Don't you just love that when ads just pop up automatically? Okay, so anyway, I had to shut down that window. But here's the deal. Let's get back over here to Fox News. Fox News is running a warmongering campaign being led by Bill O'Reilly, Martha McCallum, and Kelly on the Kelly File, and other dimwits that are serving the Obama administration. There's a reason that the administration does not call these people terrorists. There's a reason for that. And that word right here is what should be coming to your mind. Suspect. The administration, the CIA, the FBI, everybody in a policing capacity, including your local sheriff, deals with suspects. This is extremely important. This is the main point of this video, to let you know that, or to remind you what should be self-evident, but the opinion molding process by Bill O'Reilly particularly and these dimwits at Fox News, they are pushing the envelope trying to change your opinion on what is a murder and what is a terrorist act. Here's the deal. The legislators of our country create laws that are enforced by the administration and their policemen, their agents. Okay? But the administration only deals with the suspects that are turned over to the judiciary. You have three branches of government, not just the administration. The administration has no authority to point fingers at anyone and judge and rule that they are a terrorist any more than they have that ability to call them a murderer or anything else. Whenever the American people allow the administration to rush onto a crime scene and characterize or call any person involved a terrorist, then you are giving the administration the right to ship them over to, guess where? Guantanamo Bay. The Patriot Act. Acts of terrorism. Right? But the problem is that, I mean, you can't even murder anybody anymore without being called a terrorist. Where are you going to draw the line whenever a judge and a jury has not seen the case? You are going to sit in the same position as the administration, and you are going to wait for the judge and the jury to decide if a person is guilty of murder or if it's an act of terrorism. You have to wait to do that, because all three branches of our government have to be involved before a decision is rendered by the judge that applies the law that was passed by the legislature. That's the way it works. What you do not want to do is allow the administration to call you a terrorist because you're a suspect in some crime. Because then you can be shipped off to Guantanamo Bay, never see a judge, never see a jury, never see the evidence against you, and you will become a detained person perpetually, even though you're innocent. This guy right here, all these people on Guantanamo Bay, these detainees that have not stood in front of a judge and a jury to see the evidence against them, they are all innocent. They are innocent until they're proven guilty in a court of law by a judge and a jury of their peers. You say, well, they're not Americans. Well, these rights that are in your Constitution, that are in your Bill of Rights, these amendments, these are only words that describe the inalienable rights granted to us by our Creator. And all men are created equal. Whether you're American, whether you're Islamic, Christian, it doesn't matter. There's only one God, and He gives these rights to all men. That's why all men are created equal. Now ask yourself, are all men created equal or not? And if your answer is yes, then every suspect has the right to see the charges against him and be hauled in front of the judge, hauled in front of a jury, all the evidence laid out, and then the jury decides. The judge applies the law that was created by the legislature. All this warmongering bullcrap that's coming out of Fox News is an attempt to mold your opinion so that mere suspects are judged and put away by the administration without any of the evidence presented, the law that was broken, the law that's going to be applied, because the law that was broken, that was written by the legislature. The application of the law comes by the judge. All the administration is charged with doing is enforcing the law, which means bringing the suspect to the judge. And that's it. Now, whenever you break that, then what you have is what happened during the Third Reich, and undesirables just being placed into concentration camps until they are killed. And if you want these FEMA camps in the United States to become utilized, then this is how you create the environment. The media is being used to mold opinion, and people like Fox, people from Fox News like Bill O'Reilly are guilty. So I'm not even going to bring him in front of a judge and a jury. They're guilty already because they're using warmongering propaganda in order to mold opinion right here in the United States deliberately. Now, I know that ISIS was created by the CIA. I know for a fact. I know that Benghazi was a black-on-black CIA operation. I know that the CIA annex was attacked by the CIA, by their military groups, in order to hide the fact that the CIA killed Stevens and his people. This is like Dick Cheney issuing the stand-down order at the Pentagon so that their defenses, automated computerized systems, were turned off, allowing the Pentagon to be attacked 3 times on 9/11/2001. Stand-down order was issued also out of Denver, CIA, so that Stevens was never helped. That's why you're going to continue hearing stand down, stand down, stand down, coming from the testimony of those who were commissioned to help Stevens. They're part of the security mechanism. AFRICOM. These are the response people that are supposed to respond to the threat, the military threat at Benghazi. Okay, so you want to see more and more Americans detained? Then keep following the propaganda at Fox News and jumping on board with the, well, he's a terrorist, he's a terrorist, he's a terrorist. Because, like I said, nobody can even murder anybody anymore. Murder happens every single day. 12 murders take, illegal aliens murder about a dozen Americans every single day in the United States. Where's the call for terrorism against them? No, it's going to be against these kind of people, these people that are on the right wing. They are survivalist preppers. They're members of the militia, they're members of the military. These are the people coming under more and more attack here in the United States. It began with ISIS lone wolves, and now it's just lone wolves, period. Well, ISIS is already here because Obama is ISIS. You wonder why ISIS is making all these gains over in the Middle East? Because they have the intelligence of the CIA. They've got drones above them. They've got satellites. The United States is providing intelligence to ISIS. You say, well, we don't have any boots on the ground. Guess what? ISIS is Obama's boots on the ground. And the goal is to remove Assad from Syria, just like they did Gaddafi from Libya, and just like Saddam Hussein, so they can install another Rothschild-owned central bank. Now, that's the truth right there. But the Bill O'Reillys and the Kelly Files and the Martha McCallums, they have a totally different agenda. Instead of just telling you the truth that ISIS is Obama, they are fighting both sides of the war on terror. The CIA is fighting both sides. The CIA is ISIS. The CIA is Al-Qaeda. When you realize that, then you understand why there is no strategy of defeating ISIS. If you're really going to defeat ISIS, the way you're going to do it is by infiltrating them from the inside, which is what the CIA does. But the CIA has already infiltrated ISIS. They're giving them the Guantanamo Bay people, the Taliban 5 that were released for Bergdahl. Bergdahl is a CIA operative. That's why he's not getting in any trouble for leaving his post, for being a deserter. Because the CIA comes over to the DOD and says, look, he works for us. But we can't tell everybody. It's a matter of national security. And so Bergdahl, Katala was the guy that was part of the ground unit that with the Benghazi attacks. Well, he works for the CIA too. The CIA knows 10,000 times more than Katala will ever know. Katala is just a little bitty cog in a gigantic wheel, in a gigantic machine, which is the global military industrial complex, working with the global intelligence community and the truth was being hidden from you. The media, the news media, particularly Fox News, these are liberals hiding in the clothes of conservatives. And the conservative people like myself, like you guys are being disenfranchised. And the Martha McCallums, the Kelly Files, and the Bill O'Reillys are being used to mold your opinion so that everybody's a terrorist. A